Let's just have a look here. Apparently the Australian Human Rights Commission went along to the to the gay and lesbian Mardi Gras. They did. What's it called nowadays? They're always adding transsexual and bisexual and intersex. They keep adding the number of letters, but it used to be the gay and lesbian Mardi Gras, and before that it was the gay Mardi Gras. Anyway, the Australian Human Rights Commission have attended this year. They had a float of their own and marches. So just having a look at some pictures and things online. Here's a picture of Gillian Triggs. She's wearing a Phantom of the Opera mask now. She's the president of the Human Rights Commission. And yeah, she's all for equality, isn't she? She's all for equality. And the theme was free and equal. That was the theme this year of this float. It was free and equal. So here's Gillian Triggs. She's a real party girl. She's got a face painted in glitter. And she has attended FGM conferences, and she has said at those FGM conferences that FGM is gender-based violence. At no time ever has Gillian Triggs ever said that male genital mutilation is gender-based violence. She has never said that. Now I'm making a point of all this because we're talking about free and equal, and this is a gay and lesbian Mardi Gras. I'm a gay man, I have a gay boyfriend, I'm genitally mutilated, my boyfriend is not genitally mutilated. I know the difference between what's free and what's equal, I do. And I'll make that point again and again during this video. So we've got Gillian Triggs here, and she may well have genitally mutilated her own sons. She may have well had them genitally mutilated. She's got 2 sons, and they're grown up. She may well have genitally mutilated them. I wouldn't put it past Gillian Triggs that she had her male sons genitally mutilated, that is subject to male genital mutilation. It would not surprise me. She has never said a one word in defense of genital integrity as a human right for males, and here she is at the gay Mardi Gras, and a lot of gay men. We know the difference between an uncut and a cut cock. We know the difference. We know that there is a neurological difference, there is a functional difference. We know that male genital mutilation is genitourinary injury, and it's performed on males, it's not performed on females, so it's unequal to start with. It's unequal. Let's continue. There's some party people from the Human Rights Commission all having a party. Some of those men at that Human Rights Commission party are most probably cut. There's all of them on the lawn. Oh, a bird. There's all of them there on the lawn at the Domain, I think it is, or somewhere before their march. Maybe it's at Prince Alfred Park. Australian Human Rights Commission, free and equal. Well, I was born free. I was born free, wasn't I? But I had my cock cut up immediately because of my gender. I had my cock cut up because of my gender. So we're not all free and equal. And to date, the Human Rights Commission, the Australian Human Rights Commission, doesn't give a fuck about boys having their cocks cut up. They will not defend you. Australian Human Rights Commission, free and equal. There's Gillian Triggs holding the banner high, 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 high. Who else is there? There's that idiot, what's her name? Megan Mitchell. She's been in the Children's Commissioner for about 3 or 4 years, and she's yet to utter one word in defence of genital integrity as a human right for males. Pathetic, really. Free and equal. There they are all marching down Oxford Street. Free and equal. There's the there's the Disability Commissioner, Alastair McEwin. So he's there too. He's a party boy. He's got his face painted. He's wearing glitter. And at no point has he said so far, nor did the Disability Commissioner before him, what was his name? Graham Innes. No Disability Commissioner at the Human Rights Commission has ever declared that male genital mutilation is a human rights violation. Male genital mutilation is a deliberate disabling. It is a deliberate genitourinary injury. It does neurological injury. There are many functions of the foreskin. If you cut it off, you are disabling a penis. Now, thousands of men at this Mardi Gras would have had their penises cut, and there would be a large number of those men who regret what was done to them. And a lot of those men are gay. It's a gay parade. We're not all free and equal. The sexual revolution isn't over until male genital mutilation is stopped. So there's the Disabilities Commissioner, and he gives fuck all about genital integrity as a human right for male children. He's singing and dancing about equality for all, gender and sexuality. There they are all marching with their painted faces. They're having a whale of a time. And someone's got free and equal on their t-shirt. They're all singing a song called Free and Equal. Hypocrites. And they know that boys are having their cocks cut up, and no sex discrimination commissioner, no disabilities commissioner, no children's commissioner in the history of that organisation has ever defended genital integrity as a human right for boys, whether they be gay or heterosexual boys. There's, what's her name? What's that awful woman? What's that awful woman's name? She's got her face painted. Yes, she's the children's commissioner. There she is brandishing the gay and lesbian, transsexual and intersex flag and bisexual flag. There she is brandishing it. She's as happy as Larry. She looks like something from A Clockwork Orange. But she has never ever defended genital integrity as a right for males. She is a female. She is clit protected. She is clit safe. Her genitalia is safe. The genitalia of little girls is safe. She doesn't give a fuck about male genital integrity and the human rights of males. She doesn't give a fuck. Partying on. Well, that's that little look at that one. Dancing towards equality. This is the Human Rights Commission webpage. Partying. I'll just see what they've written about their party goers. Disability Discrimination Commissioner Alastair McEwin, National Children's Commissioner Megan Mitchell, Human Rights Commissioner Edward Santow, and Sexuality Commissioner with Professor Triggs under the Human Rights Commission banner. Commissioner McEwin, they signed, they did Auslan, to Everybody's Free, and Commission staffers performed the chorus in unison. That's all very interesting. I'm not against human rights for all, and I'm gay. I know what it's like to be gay. I can understand bisexual rights, intersex rights, transsexual rights. I can understand all those things. But to say we're all free and equal when boys in Australia are still having their cocks cut up and there are male genital mutilation clinics all over Sydney, that isn't free and equal at all. The theme for this year's parade and festival was creating equality. This is Gillian Triggs now. What does she say? The Australian Human Rights Commission marched in the Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras to reaffirm the principle that all people are born free and equal. She said we're born free and equal. Well, I might remind you, Professor Triggs, that I had my cock cut up just because I'm a male. And I am a gay, and I'm a gay male, and because I'm a gay male, I know the difference between a cut cock and an uncut cock. You haven't had your pussy cut, you haven't, but I've had my cock cut, and I know the difference between a cock that's been cut and a cock that's been uncut. And it's a human rights violation to genitally mutilate a boy. You, of all people, should know that, dearie. You're the Human Rights Commission. You're the big expert on the International Convention on the Rights of the Child, aren't you? You're supposedly the big expert. Who's this? Edward Santow. He likes its pay. Yes, he was one of the party boys there, wasn't he? He's the Human Rights Commissioner. What the fuck has he said so far in defence of a male child's right to genital integrity? He said nothing. So we've got all these party people partying along. There's Megan Mitchell carrying the banner. Equal, it says. We're all equal. We're all equal except boys can have their cocks cut up. And that includes gay boys, love. It includes gay boys. You're at a gay Mardi Gras. You should be sticking up for the genital integrity rights of all the thousands of boys too, that males that are at that parade who have had their cocks cut up. Thousands of people at that parade have had their cocks cut up. Thousands. And you don't give a fuck. No Human Rights Commissioner has ever given a fuck. There's Gillian Triggs, horrible woman. This is SBS. Over 150 people with disability will march in the Mardi Gras this year. Think about that. Over 150 people with a disability will march in the Mardi Gras this year. And if you think that thousands of people marched there and were also on the spectators, thousands upon thousands of people at that Mardi Gras had been subject to male genital mutilation. If you think about it, and male genital mutilation is a deliberate disabling of the body's, well, it's a, it's a deliberate disabling of our neurology. It's psychotraumatic, it's neurotraumatic, it's horrible. And thousands upon thousands of people at that parade and in attendance at that parade, whether they were participants or spectators, they were genitally mutilated. They were, and that is a crime. It is a sex crime, basically. Megan Mitchell, there she is with her cronies. There's Gillian Triggs, there's Edward Santow, there's Megan Mitchell, and there's Alastair McEwin. They're all having the time of their lives, and it doesn't occur to any of those people, those human rights commissioners, that genital integrity is a human right. And as a gay male, it is a right of mine to have an intact cock. It is my human right. None of those people can realize that. They just don't know, and they don't want to know. It's pathetic, really. It's pathetic. Love has no boundaries. Australian Disability Commission, free and equal. We're all free and equal, aren't we? We're all born free, free and equal. Free and equal, having the time of their lives. Well, anyway, that was the travesty. It was a travesty, wasn't it? The Human Rights Commission were in attendance, and the theme was born free and equal. And we're all equal, but some of us have got our cocks cut up, and some of us haven't. So we're all free, aren't we? And it's a human right, and the whole thing was a fucking travesty. And those people look so ugly in their hypocrisy. There's Gillian Triggs in her hypocrisy. Megan Mitchell in her hypocrisy. Alastair McEwin is in his hypocrisy too. I would, he may well be genitally mutilated himself. He should wake up to his fucking self. So many people should wake up to their fucking selves. They should. It's pathetic. Free and equal. Free and equal was the theme. Free and equal. They want to watch some male genital mutilations and see if that's free and equal when the baby is bound and having his cock cut up, bleeding and screaming in agony. That's free and equal. What hypocrisy. And that's the Australian Human Rights Commission. Pathetic. It's just so pathetic. Pathetic. Australian Human Rights Commissioner. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Just so pathetic. It's just disgusting. See you then. Disgusting.